two. Now to one. It's Gaines. Yes!
This ball is crushed.
MC Cannibal, rap Hannibal. Here to change the game, mainframe, all y'all programmable. Coaching on tracks, balling like a paper like Phil. I'm on BS and real, my rhymes convict and heal.
Welcome to the Faithful Fan Show. I'm your host, Tony Cook, joined today by Big Juan from the Big Apple. What's up, Juan?
What's up?
Hey, Happy New Year. I ain't seen you since the New Year. We ain't spoke. It's been like what? 2 weeks already. I'm late. My bad, dog.
Not only that, my birthday was yesterday.
Happy birthday, Big Juan!
Happy birthday, Big Juan!
Thank you, appreciate it. I know you were just waiting for this to tell me.
Yeah, you had to let me finish my intro. You're tripping.
Oh,
Juan.
my bad.
You're tripping, dog. You're tripping. Like, you have to let me finish my intro. And
right,
then,
right.
Everyone, happy birthday to Big Juan from the Big Apple.
Thank you.
Yes, we'll give it a round of applause. And how old are we today? Juan, 22?
46 in a day.
Oh, okay.
I like how I added that day. Let the people know you missed it.
Juan's always gonna hold me to it too. That's my bad, Juan. But moving on, we love you, Juan. I'm sure you had an amazing birthday yesterday.
It was.
I'm gonna send you something in the mail. I'm gonna send you
All
a.
right.
I'm gonna send you a Dak Prescott jersey. But okay, okay, we're going on. Matt, what's up, dog?
What's going on?
So
I'm back. Hot Take Titan is back.
Hot Take Titan is back. Let's go. Hey, so I hit you up to do the episode. And I'm like, oh crap, this fool ain't even in this country right now. So let the audience know, where was you at just recently?
I was in the Czech Republic.
Okay.
Holding it down over there. I made the trip across the pond over there in Europe. Spent about a week over there, so it was nice.
That's awesome. I saw a few of the photos. And and y'all's daughter is beautiful. I don't know whose eyes she's got, but because both y'all have beautiful eyes, you and your wife. But y'all
She got a little mixture of both of us.
Yeah, it's like yeah. But yeah, let them know, Matt. Let them know. But anyways, yeah. Faithful fans, we're back for another one. Y'all can see I'm in a good mood. The Cowboys are going on to the next round of the playoffs. It's been 30 years since we won a road playoff game, and we took out the GOAT. But we're gonna get to that. We're gonna talk about that. Before we get to that, I gotta let my buddies talk about what happened this season as far as their season goes. Any highlights, big points you want to point out before moving on to next season? You know what I mean? I'm gonna let Juan, birthday boy, we're gonna let birthday boy get first dibs. Juan, how was the Jets season, and what would you like to highlight before moving on into next season? Like, what are you looking forward to? How about that?
I think
Jets.
there's a thing, people say same old Jets.
Stop.
And before the season started, you asked me what my prediction was. You said if we were going to be above 500 or sub 500, and I said sub 500. And when we were 7-4 and had just beaten the Buffalo Bills, I thought, oh man, I might be wrong. Yeah. But then they lost their last, I think, 7 in a row, so they did finish below 500. So yay for me!
You got it right. You got your predictions right.
I had the prediction right, but it's difficult to say. It's a different kind of disappointment because it's not the usual disappointment. With the Jets, like same old Jets. It's like, all right, you're kind of used to that.
Yeah.
Kind of getting kicked in the shin over and over again. This was more of a punch to the gut because they had a lot of positive things happen. Like, they looked good for a good stretch. They beat some good teams, in that stretch, and they looked really good on different areas of the game. So they built up this kind of hope, or that they have broken through the ceiling, and then no, we ended up out of the playoffs. Same thing. So it's a different kind of disappointment, but it's hard to say that the Jets didn't score big with Bryce Hall, and Sauce Gardner and Garrett. So
Yep.
like it's difficult to say that it's a complete meltdown. But
I'm gonna cut you off. I don't think it was. I honestly think there was some stuff to pull from it, like moving forward. There's one thing we'll get to, the quarterback situation, and I'll ask your expert opinion on that. But as far as like the other talent that you just named, y'all got some dogs over there, and that's why y'all started off the season so well. I think the division was actually pretty good this year. Miami was pretty good, and of course, the Bills were good. And they were all, you guys, Patriots were all kind of right there. So I think as the season went on and your guys' quarterback controversy took place, I think that was, to me, from the outside looking in, that's what I saw.
The biggest thing that happened that derailed everything was Bryce Hall tearing his knee.
Okay,
that was the big difference. That's really what got it started going downhill.
Great point.
And then the next thing was two letters, N-O. When they asked Zach Wilson if he against the Patriots game, if he thought he let the defense down because they didn't, they kept the game like under 13 points, and he could not complete literally could not complete a pass. He threw an interception trying to throw the ball away out of bounds.
I saw that.
Like, that's how inept he was, and he just said no. Like right there, he lost the locker room. He lost his credibility. He lost any chance of being a leader of men.
Dude, is that wild though? Is that like, to me? I get it, but that's kind of wild. Like,
you can't say that. You can't say that in any kind of locker room, in any kind of sport, especially NFL, especially football, where the brotherhood, all that is like super strong. You can't say that.
I feel like as a young quarterback, you don't get that.
You can feel however you want, Tony. You cannot say that.
I guess. Hey, obviously.
Yeah. He just gets no pass on that. Like there's no coming back from that, right? So he's got to wipe it clean. I mean, he can come back next season if he figures it out between here, because the guy can throw the ball all over the place. Whatever, he can. He looks like Patrick Mahomes at times, but when you cannot complete a simple 10-yard out, time in and time again, and then half a second into your snap, you're already jittery in the pocket. It's doesn't matter if every 20 plays he makes this incredible play. If you can't just keep moving the sticks, that's just not how the NFL works. So anyway, Zach Wilson, I in some kind of way, I guess you give him some kind of chance because he is so young, and he has been. It looks like he's been sheltered his whole life, and probably hasn't had to deal with a whole lot of adversity. So this is like the first time somebody probably told him he sucked or he was terrible or whatever.
It's tough. It's tough.
So we'll see how the offseason goes. So I'll give him. There's a small chance he may turn something around because there's time. He's young. Maybe
that's what I was going to ask you because of the. I'm gonna ask you, Matt, your opinion before I get back to you, Juan. How do you think that was a lot? Because I saw your face when we started talking about the situation. Do you think that's a lot, or are you on board with Juan?
Bro, my face, like when you said he deserves a pass, I'm like, how? Like, you know what I mean? We've watched the greats from Peyton Manning to Tom Brady. We can take it back further to Steve Young, Dan Marino, John Elway. When they put up 30 points and the defense lets up 33, and they still go in there and say, you know what? I let the team down. I missed the throw here in the third, which
right. Okay, you're right.
So my man had put up like a 22 QBR in that game. Talking about, I did what I was supposed to do.
Okay. When you put it in that perspective, I get it. I'm just saying, like the locker room is just flipped, and then the coaches got to completely go away from the number 2 pick how many? What 2 years ago? That's
Two,
wild.
years, 2 years ago. Yeah.
My opinion is
Wild to me. Like I feel like he gets one more
you only
chance.
say that you only because you're the number 2 pick. But let's say it's Brock Purdy who did it, right?
Yeah.
Let's say it's a 5th round quarterback who
Less
did it. We
pedigree,
wouldn't
yeah.
say nothing. We'd be like, shuffle him on.
Yeah.
Just because you made a bad pick 2 years ago, we don't got time. The NFL is a new era. They don't got time to give you 3-4 years to figure it out. That coaching staff doesn't have time. That general manager doesn't have time. Mike White came in there. He balled out. He played well, right?
Yeah.
He played well. So, me personally, I would like to see Mike White be the incumbent starter. Earn it, obviously. They can go at a QB battle or whatever. But imagine if you have Hall with White. Imagine you put another tight end in there, or you give him another a receiver threat in there. What can Mike White do? Give him all the reps in the offseason, right? They're a better football team with Mike White. In 2 years, I haven't seen anything with Zach Wilson. I've seen like five highlights.
They for sure showed that they could be a better team with Mike White. But, and this is a big but. Look, Mike White's done. He's in a contract. That was his contract year, right? He's been a career backup.
Yeah.
Technically, he won one game against arguably the worst defense in the NFL. Now, that he showed his mettle for sure, like that he's right now better than Zach Wilson, absolutely, like not even close.
You would say
It's
so.
gonna be tough for the Jets to go, hey, we want you to be the starter, but you didn't really win any games. Like, what kind of money do you give a quarterback like that?
That's why I say he got to earn it. I say he got to come in and earn it, right?
Yeah, but he's looking for a contract. Like, are you going to franchise tag him and see how it goes? And like, that's the problem.
Make a decision.
But when you say looking for a contract, he's not going to look for top dollar. He's not looking for 30, 40 million. He'll get 10, right?
Maybe,
which is a discount at the position.
So you don't.
Maybe.
I guess. Do you think anyone would sign him as their starting quarterback going into next season? Like,
I'm sure there's honestly, a couple teams. There's a couple teams.
I will say yes. You know why? Because remember, I was like 3 years ago when the Bears signed Mike Glennon for like $40 million a season after he won one game in Tampa. So yeah, there's some GMs that will do it, right? But
yeah. It's just tough. It's tough for the Jets. I think the big deal right now, the talk is they're gonna go after Lamar Jackson, and they're gonna give up whatever they have to give up in draft picks to get him. That's
draft picks. They might be able to just
sign
him. They might be able to just sign him.
Yeah.
We'll see how it plays it out, but that's the talk. I mean, to me, Jimmy Garoppolo makes the most sense to bring him in, and that's a guy Mike White can compete with, I think.
Yeah, with a good
as far as like, hey, let's see. Yeah, we're paying Garoppolo whatever more money, but Mike White, here's your chance. Like, we're gonna make it an even competition. But if you bring Lamar Jackson, there's no question. Lamar Jackson's the starter.
Do you guys think Lamar?
Do
you think Lamar gets out the building?
I think the Ravens have to resign him. I
don't think they have to. I mean, look.
I think maybe if I were the Ravens GM after this season and seeing every season with Lamar Jackson, it's just this year they made it to the playoffs. But you knew what was about to happen, even against the Bengals. I felt like. Yeah, but
it was one dumb reach out over the end zone away. The Ravens were really on. They were really
on top. They were going to win that game. They were going to win that game.
Yeah, I thought they were. I was surprised, but I thought they were on the cusp.
In game. Yes, in game. One mistake going into it, and then Huntley. I feel like Ravens win that game going away with Lamar Jackson. That's me personally. And I think as a GM, you have to see that watching the game. Like Huntley does some good things, but he's.
I'm not saying
he's a poor man's Lamar. He's a poor man's Lamar.
Absolutely. What I would say is that the Ravens did enough to show that they could probably bring in somebody else and do all right.
Okay. Sticking with Lamar, two things to kind of support what Juan said, and then one other thing. So they did fire Greg Roman, which to me is huge because Greg Roman is the one who really formulated that offense around Lamar's skill set. You know what I mean? So the fact that you let him go
I didn't know
it
that.
kind of signals to me like maybe, you know what I mean? Maybe they're done with Lamar. Maybe they will bring somebody else in. Maybe they're going to go after these other quarterbacks. So I'm interested there. Also, who started the rumor Justin Fields for Lamar? Right? Who started that rumor? Because if you think about it, from Baltimore's standpoint, it makes sense. You get a similar style of quarterback,
Younger,
right?
less
On
wear.
a rookie deal, so you don't have to pay.
Yeah.
The Bears, you get an established quarterback, similar skill set, more proven passer.
This is where we're going. Is this an ideal situation for you, Matt? Segue to the Bears.
I don't think so.
Segue to the Bears.
I don't think so. I don't think so. I think Justin Fields could develop into a guy. You know what I mean? And we've got 2 more years on a rookie deal. So I'm not going to sit here. If we got Lamar in the building, nobody's going to be mad, right? I'm not going to be like, oh, we got Lamar, right? But if I'm in charge, I don't necessarily know if I'll pull the trigger on that trade.
You're after this season, I would definitely be on some wait and see because Justin Fields.
Well, not just that. You got to build more around him. I mean, the Bears really don't have much else. So you're going to bring Lamar. It's not like it's going to make all of a sudden, make them better, especially.
And what you're giving up to get him, building,
yeah.
You're strapped basically.
You may as well keep building. Exactly. You may as well keep building.
Yeah, you may as well keep building with
that's how I feel.
Like Matt said, the cheaper, younger quarterback. But Matt, at Bears, tell us quickly. After watching this another season with Justin Fields, this was year 2, right? For Justin Fields,
year 2.
Okay. Yeah. Have you seen enough from him? It's tough because, like Juan said, it's like you guys didn't have much offensive weapons to work with. But after year 2 of him not having much, he balled out. He's highlight reel. How do you feel about the Bears and their quarterback situation moving forward?
I feel definitely intrigued, right? I can't sit here and say I'm excited about it, right? Because I've seen him be a running back, right? I've seen him be very elusive. I've seen him make some plays from the pocket. I've seen him make a ton of plays outside of the pocket. But again, to Juan's point is he doesn't have anybody that can really flourish with him, right? We were expecting Mooney to be his deep threat. Never saw that. He's got a cannon. Mooney's got the legs. We thought we was going to see Russell Wilson, Tyler Lockett type season. Didn't see that. We go bring in Chase Claypool. I think he played like 7 plays for us. You know what I mean? So what did we do? We gave up a first round pick basically for him.
And how many games did he play with you guys? Did he just not get acclimated quick enough? Or?
He was there for like the last 5, like from the trade deadline. So how many is that? Like 7?
Huh.
He got hurt. He hurt his hip.
Oh, that one. Okay. Got it.
You know what I mean? Hurt his hip. I don't know. I honestly don't know what we have. We had Cole Kmet, who's inconsistent. When he's good, he's good. When he's not, he's terrible. We had no offensive line or a struggling offensive line. We have pieces. We have, players that look like they can fit. Jenkins, I'm happy that we moved him to guard. I think he did well as a guard. I know everybody's seen the clips of Sam Mustipher or whatever. I know that went viral. That was pretty much all season from him. So we gotta figure that out. I don't know. It's just Montgomery played well, right? He played well. Is he going to be worth a big bag that he's going to ask for? I don't know. Khalil Herbert, I like him, but he definitely is not an every down back. So if we don't keep Montgomery, got to bring somebody else in. It's just we don't have a team. We've got like solid players with no thread there.
And the Roquan Smith situation this year. Is he basically
that was a money thing, right? That was a money thing. Like, we're in a rebuild. Off the ball linebacker to pay top dollar when we need everything else financially doesn't make the most sense, even though I feel we have the money. But I can get where Poles is coming from. It's like I got to rebuild an entire squad. Plus the kid we got who's replacing him, he's very productive. He's not Roquan, but he's still extremely productive, especially at that position. So it's not like we did miss Roquan, right? We did miss Roquan, but not $17 million worth. You know what I mean?
You guys are better off moving forward, in the rebuild without him, basically.
I can't say we better off. I gotta wait to see what moves we make. You know what I mean? We gotta wait to see what we do. Gotta wait to see who comes in the door to figure that part out. But
Got you.
we need an entire team, right? Like I can say the only people that I'm like, yeah, these are solid players. I would be like Justin Fields. I'm high on him. Bojack, I saw a little bit. Bojack is coming back. You know, them last 2 seasons was sketchy. I was like, give it to him. He ain't playing well, but he had a good season this year. And then Jalen Johnson. Outside of that, I feel like everybody is replaceable. I also like Gibson on the line.
Okay.
I like Gibson on the line. He's pretty good. He's pretty solid. So with the more snaps, getting him more playing time, he might develop into something good. But other than that, what we got?
And Jalen Johnson, just so I'm clear, is a cornerback, right? Correct.
Yeah, he's a cornerback. His problem is he can't stay healthy. He can't stay on the field for a full season.
Got it.
That's the only problem he has.
So you got a good corner. Juan's got one of the best corner on the Jets in the NFL, Sauce Gardner, which is pretty.
Yo, did Sauce get scored on, or is his streak still alive?
I think he got scored on once.
Yeah, I think he did.
He got scored on once, I think.
My son was all over. My son is all on him because he's like, he's never been scored on in his whole career. No one ever caught a pass on him in his whole collegiate career. I'm like, dog, chill. NFL gonna be different. People gonna catch passes on him, dog. Hey, he balled out though.
No, he's great.
He's
Not just that, but it seems like he says all the right things. It seems like he's got it up here.
Yeah,
like he's got his priorities straight. I mean, I don't know if this is a good, whatever, but he's going back to school to finish his degree this summer. He's gonna be, I mean, so it seems like the dude's,
good kid. He's a good kid.
Well, not just that, but like he's also got the good kind of confidence and swag. Like not to just be mouth off, just to mouth off. Like he's got that good swag that should hopefully rub off on some people. He's a great find. I think he's a little handsy. I'm surprised that he didn't get flagged as much as he, but he's good. Like his makeup speed, the best thing
has something to do with the pedigree. I feel like
the best thing though is his length. Like he can kind of lose.
Do you think he's the prototype? You think he's the prototype for that position moving forward?
Hey,
well, I don't know. I mean, to me, Deion Sanders is similar build, right? Like Deion Sanders could, was better, but same kind of build. But maybe. I mean, I still think Darrelle Revis was a better corner, technique wise. Mm-hmm. Like Darrelle Revis, the amazing thing about Darrelle Revis is like when he played man, you never saw more than like an inch of separation from any receiver, no matter what route they were doing.
He's like the opposite build. He's like the opposite build of Sauce Gardner. He's like the short.
Yeah. You're right. He's completely opposite. Sauce, he relies on
long
his
and rangy.
Yeah, his range a little bit. But you know what? But overall, he's really good. He really is. I thought, he's a little handsy, but he gets a couple flags. Maybe he fixes that. We'll see.
Yeah, sir.
But he definitely is the real deal, though. Like he's legit.
I'm excited.
Oh, and by the way, sorry, I said Bryce Hall. It's Breece Hall.
Breece Hall.
Who
is a baller as well. Like, hey, what week
super
injured before we
super
move
baller. He's great.
5. He was out in week 5, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Dang. So he basically missed the whole season.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
But he should be good for next season. Hopefully, they can keep him healthy. But that was like the first domino to fall that derailed everything.
Got you. Okay, well, fellas, thank you for the update on your respective teams. I can't wait for the next season or just the off season in general. It's the draft, all that's fun. But before we get to that, we had playoff football this past weekend. I want to hear how you guys felt. Matt, start off. What did you pull from the wild card weekend? Just in general, across the board.
So from the wild card weekend, what I found out is Chargers are gonna charge it, right?
No.
Oh
no. Chargers I was thinking that the whole game, dog. I was thinking that the whole game, and they did it.
Yep, they did it.
They did
the crazy thing about that game is, obviously, I was in Europe, so I was 9 hours ahead. It was like 2:00 in the morning, 27-0, and I'm like, I'm going to sleep, right? So I go down, I go to sleep. I wake up. They about to kick a field goal to win. And I'm like, Ain't no like what? What did I miss? I had to go back and watch it on
Crazy.
replay. Yeah. Chargers going Charger. The Vikings was never it. I could have told y'all that, right? I think I've been telling y'all that. Tony, I think I've been telling you that all season.
Definitely.
It was not it. The Giants, I think the Giants are riding a high. I think they have I think that high may sneak. I think they may sneak past Philly.
They got a good coach, man. I like their coach Gable. I like what Gable's doing, their new head coach.
But I don't believe in them to win a Super Bowl. I think if they do sneak past Philly, whoever comes out of that Dallas 49er game, punch their ticket to the Super Bowl. I don't think they can ride that wave that long. You know what I mean? But they are riding a wave right now. They are riding a wave. That Dallas Tampa Bay game went as expected. I don't think anybody thought Tampa Bay was going to put up any kind of fight against Dallas.
Okay. All right. I wish I would have talked to you earlier, but because I didn't ask you.
I know a Tampa Bay fan that would disagree, but yeah, you're right. Anybody
that fan obviously didn't watch the season. You know what I mean? They obviously didn't watch the game.
Everyone put a lot of stake in Tom Brady's the allure of Tom Brady, like, you know what I mean? Not necessarily what happened this season,
Right. I mean, yeah, because his name is Tom Brady, so everybody's like, "Oh, he's gonna do a Tom Brady thing." But you got to think he's a real person who went through some real stuff this season.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I would only put all my money on Tom Brady if it's close and he's got the ball in the last 2 minutes, right? Like, but it was never going to be that close.
Yeah.
If some miracle, it's close, and Tom Brady's got the ball within 2 minutes, all right. But it was never going to be that close. Like, it's just crazy.
Tampa Bay, they never got it together at all this season. So that was what I was expecting. I wasn't expecting 4 missed field goals in regular weather. I was not expecting.
And I don't know what we're going to do. We going for 2 every time against the 49ers. It's about to be crazy. I don't trust it. I'm done. I can't do it. I'm cool. Let's just go for 2. Analytics say we all right, so let's do it.
Don't be the Chargers out there now. Don't be the Chargers. So let's jump right into that. How do you feel going up against San Francisco? Are you nervous?
Of course I'm nervous. I'm nervous. The thing is, I think the Cowboys this past game, I think they showed themselves a few things. I think Dak needed that for himself, and I think the offensive coordinator needed to know, like, okay, if I call a balanced game, they still ran the ball more than they threw it. A lot of them were design runs for Dak, or Dak just deciding to run, which is different. He ain't done that all season. He pulled that out. Dak used to run the ball a lot, and he stopped after his injury. And I think he realized it's necessary for him to move the chains. He has to be more like a Russell Wilson type of, player, opportunistic runner. So I'm ready. I think the Cowboys are ready for the 49ers, even though we're going to their house. I think we'll get to Brock Purdy. But Juan.
I think
Juan.
Go ahead. I think
Go.
No, go ahead, Tony.
Go, Matt. You think what? Go.
I think Dallas has a shot, right? I think they have a shot, and it's going to come down to how well they can contain that running game, right? Because that's been their Achilles heel, is running right up the middle. You know what I mean? And you know that Kyle Shanahan has a lot of zone blocking schemes. He's gonna throw a lot at them, right? And how disciplined, and that's the thing, how disciplined is Dallas's defense? They make a lot of plays. They're fast. They can get to you, but they got to be disciplined. I think, though, that Brock Purdy is going to make some mistakes this game to give you guys a shot.
And I think that's it.
Whether you guys capitalize, I don't know. But I think Purdy will make some mistakes. You will have an opportunity to win the game.
I think so as well. Before we move on, I think I'll have you guys go just check out the 49ers and the games that they played. Above 500 teams. Look who they beat. Just check it out. It's interesting. I feel like the Cowboys got it. That's me, personally. They haven't beat anyone really notable, honest. They beat the Miami Dolphins.
without Tua.
Just check it out. Check it out. I don't know. But Juan, how do you feel personally about this past week? What'd you see?
I'll run through it quick. Trevor Lawrence, ridiculously impressive, throwing 4 picks and being able to come back. That's what I'm talking about right here. He came back with that, no problem, threw 4 touchdowns and won the game.
Crazy.
Like, that's real deal right there.
Highlight of the weekend. Sorry, Charger fans.
when you can turn it around from the locker room, and come back out like that, like to that extreme, like that's crazy swing, right? So super impressive. But they're not gonna beat the Chiefs, But it was a nice, definitely nice game. I'm not saying they're gonna get run over by the Chiefs, but they probably will. Bills, Bengals. I think if the Bengals offensive line was healthy, they have a good chance of beating Buffalo, because Buffalo struggled way too much against Miami.
It looked weird. I felt the same.
Yeah, it just when Miami went up, it was like deer in headlights. Yeah. Like that it was strange how they got kind of overtook by the moment until Miami started making mistakes, and then they kind of gave them some breathing, like they exhaled, and then they kind of pulled it through. But that was not an impressive win by the Bills. But against the Bengals, they're banged up. I think the Bills get the edge on that alone. But if they were healthy, I would probably pick the Bengals.
Upset alert! Upset alert! Upset alert! I said upset alert.
With the Giants and the Eagles, the most impressive thing about was that Daniel Jones looked impressive against the Vikings. Say whatever you want about the Vikings, you're right. Like, they're Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, right? But Daniel Jones just looked great. He looked.
And it's scary. He's looked like that all season, Juan.
Yeah, but I mean, in the moment, whatever.
No, he hasn't.
He's been running the ball.
He looked
maybe the last few weeks for sure, but not like early on.
All season. Yeah.
But he just looked impressive, and so hey, we'll see. I don't think they can beat the Eagles as long as Jalen Hurts stays off that shoulder. He doesn't land on it. I think they'll be all right.
So let me ask you about that, Juan.
Yeah.
Oh no, go ahead. We'll come back to that. Go Cowboys 49ers, and we'll come back to that Giants game.
I think this is the only game where there is the highest probability of an upset, and that means the Cowboys beat the Niners, and that's because same thing as you said. I think Brock Purdy has been too good, but now he has like 5-6 games of tape, and usually in the NFL for the vast majority of players, defensive coaches figure this shit out. They figure it out.
They do.
They do something. Unless the guy is gonna be, the next Tom Brady or
maybe got it in him.
Or whatever.
That
he's gonna be reading defenses. But I think the Dallas defense is strong enough. They have enough tape on him now. Obviously the 49ers, yeah, you can say whatever you want about who they beat, but they're a machine, and like,
hey, they've won 11 straight. You can't say nothing about that.
They're a machine, like, and Deebo Samuel is the real deal. You get that boy the ball in any kind of space, and he gets you another 20 yards.
And the trade for McCaffrey was a great move midseason.
Yeah, but I think that's the biggest chance for the upset is that game.
Let's go, Juan! All right, so guys, we got.
What are you gonna say? Matt was gonna say something.
I was gonna say back to the reason why I believe the Giants could beat the Eagles, right? I think the Giants have a better chance beating the Eagles than the Cowboys do the 49ers. Slim, you know what I mean? Slim. And that just comes down to if Danny I think Aaron Rodgers exposed Philly on primetime, right? Because if you go back and you look from that moment on, when they were hitting the seams, they were attacking that one high safety, they were attacking the aggressiveness of those corners, right? If you go back and you look at how every team started to play the Eagles after that, Philly started to have trouble defensively. So the reason I think the Giants have the shot is because I think Green Bay basically exposed them, right? There's two ways to beat them. You attack that single high safety, middle of the field on offense. Defensively, you keep everything inside between the guards. You make Jalen Hurts stay in the pocket. You keep a spy in, or you keep that zone in the middle real tight. Make him throw from the pocket. make him throw to his checkdowns because he's not as patient. You know what I mean? He's not as patient as a more mature quarterback is. And if you notice, if you look back when he started to struggle, especially against that Bears game, is they made him sit in the pocket. He got in a little bit of trouble. He took that hit, got hurt.
Yeah. So, and I noticed that too. He likes to throw. He likes the big shot, and he has the weapons to make that big shot down the field. You know what I mean? That 50-yard, 40-yard. He want to throw it deep, if anything. He doesn't want, like you said, he doesn't have the patience to methodically, dunk
it down. Yeah.
Field. I feel you on that. I do. I've noticed that. And I would love for the Giants to upset the Eagles because the Cowboys this season, our issue, the reason I didn't really worry too much about the GOAT, Tom Brady, is because our issue is the mobile quarterback. There's a lot of stuff that Cowboys can account for, with our defense, but I think what really gets us in trouble, we saw it against y'all, against the Bears.
I think it's the run game, period.
Oh, but that's what I'm saying. When the quarterback can run as well, it makes it really weird. And we saw it with the Cowboys when Dak Prescott decides to run the football as well, it gets different. It gets weird. Like, oh, you can shut down Zeke up the middle or whatever. You could get those edges together with Pollard. But if Dak's gonna go back there and then take off right up the middle of the pocket, what are you gonna do? And Hurts did that a lot to us. I don't know if Purdy is gonna be able to do that same type of thing. Well, I'm getting back to my Cowboys. I don't know if he's gonna be able to do that same type of thing, like Hurts or Fields or who else?
Purdy's pretty athletic.
Or Danny Dimes. Daniel Jones kills us on the ground. Like, he runs the football well and effectively this season. Like, he's earned my respect. I wasn't a Danny Dimes fan, but hey, I like him. I like him after this year. Juan, before we, how do you feel about, the Cowboys' chance? Like, yeah, we already know that you said you think they're going to win, but
he did not say that.
He did. He did. He said
that's the best chance for an upset.
I think the Cowboys are going to beat the 49ers. Tell them, Juan. Tell them.
I think that's the best chance for an upset. I think the Niners, regardless of who they beat or not, they're loaded. They really are. They're loaded on both sides of the ball. Like, they don't have. It's not like they're playing with third stringers because they're not even they're healthy too. They're firing on all cylinders. I think the only weakness is Brock Purdy, even though he hasn't shown it. But I just I just don't think that he can. That eventually a quarterback gets tested, and the Cowboys have the best opportunity to do it, to really test them and see if he can deliver against a top flight defense. Well, the Cowboys, I would say they were top, they were top half of the league for sure.
I would say so.
So yeah, we'll see. That's their best chance. They gotta hit Purdy. They hit him a couple times. Let's see what he does.
And like Matt said, honestly, you've been saying it, you've been alluding to it. Our run defense sucks. It really does. But the thing is, our game is always dictated on kind of first score. For whoever scores first wins. Because as soon as we get the lead, it gets better for us because we can pin our ears back a little bit. Like, as soon as we get up a little bit on a team. But if we play from behind, we're screwed because the other team could just hand it off. And Bears, when we played y'all,
I don't think that's gonna be.
When we played you guys, Matt, y'all just ran because that's what y'all had, and it hurt us. Like, we couldn't stop y'all from running the football, and the Eagles did the same thing to us. They didn't have to throw the ball. The teams that don't have to throw the ball, 49ers, they don't really got to throw the ball. So it's going to be interesting. What were you saying, Matt? Sorry.
I was going to say, I don't think, even if the 49ers go down, they got Debo and they got CMC. So they don't ever have to play chunk football, right? They can throw a screen that can turn into a lot of yards. So they have the ability to be patient and to continue with their game plan against you guys, which is run the football.
That's what they do. They're impressive. I can't lie. I was gonna to end the show. I was gonna ask for you guys Super Bowl predictions, but I feel like we're gonna have another show before the end of this, before the Super Bowl. So, what we got? We still got 2 more weeks, right? At least of football. And yeah, so
I think if I was a betting man, if you asked me right now and I had to put my money down, I'm going Chiefs Niners.
Chiefs Niners.
Chiefs get the win.
Another patty one. Another patty chip. Okay, Juan. Since we're doing it, we're doing it.
I think that's the. I think that's the safe. I think that's the safe. Those are the safe picks. So I'm gonna be controversial.
Ooh,
I'm gonna say Buffalo, because Buffalo's got Chiefs number, and so far, you know, and then even though I talk about even though.
But wait,
even though I talk about
how does Buffalo have the Chiefs
something
number?
like it? Because I don't even know if do they really have their number?
No, I mean they beat them a couple times. Like, you know, not a lot of teams can say that, and you know, with the Chiefs firing in all cylinders.
True.
So
Hold on, wait a minute. They lost the last 2 meetings against the Chiefs.
no, but they won. They won the last. Remember the one of the best games I ever saw was
Shootout.
when Patrick Mahomes had the ball like with 30 seconds, and somehow Josh Allen
He
won it
won.
with like 10. No, the Bills won that one, didn't they?
No, the
Chiefs
Chiefs won that game.
Chiefs won.
They
They
did. All right,
went to
well,
overtime and then
all right, so maybe
yeah.
maybe their number is overstated, but I think the Bills. I think the Bills figure it out. The Bills will figure it out because I talked a lot of shit about the Bills, but they'll figure it out. So I'll say the Bills, and then I'll say the Eagles. Even though, you know, they've been arguably the best team in football for most of the year, I'm gonna say the Eagles. Fly, Eagles, fly. Ugh.
I would hate that.
Get to the Super Bowl. Get to the Super Bowl. Those are my picks.
I would
make it controversial picks.
Oh God, I would hate if the Eagles.
Yo,
I honestly think for me, like
too, but
Matt's predictions are, to me, if I had to think with my brain and not my heart, that's probably where I would go. Chiefs, 49ers, obviously. I think whoever wins the Cowboys 49ers game is the Super Bowl champ. That's my prediction. And then the Chiefs
y'all have
Chiefs are coming out the AFC. Whoever wins the Cowboys, I don't care about this Eagles talk. Whoever wins the Cowboys 49ers game is winning the Super Bowl. That's it.
So Tony, riddle me this. Tony, riddle me this. How y'all have 3 teams in the divisional round and y'all not even gonna represent the Super Bowl?
No, we are. We are going to represent you. We are going to represent the Super Bowl. So you think it's going to be the 49ers for sure? You don't think the Cowboys are winning this week, Matt? You said there's a chance.
There is a chance. There's a chance.
Why are you trolling?
But if history says anything, it's going to come down to a field goal or a last second play in the Cowboys.
Oh no, a field goal. Can you imagine what it's going to be like if Maher has to make the game?
Dog, they're going to put him out first. You know, first they're going to send him out there.
Oh no, they are. No, we got to.
They're going to let him kick, and if he misses that one, he probably's got to get out the building. He's got to get on a.
He's got to go.
Something like in that second.
We brought another kicker in this week.
I know, but
just in case
he's not even going to dress. He's not even going to dress.
Oh, you don't think so? I think he's going to be ready. And if Maher misses or he gets goofy with his PATs, I think it's game time for the new kicker, Tristan. I think his last name is Tristan. I don't even know the guy. He played for the Texans, but I think he got one shot. They're going to throw him out there, and if he mess up one time,
I think Maher's going to go out there and make 3 extra points, and he's going to be called on to make a 45 to win it.
No. Let's go, Brett Maher. Oh my gosh. All right, y'all. Hey, I appreciate y'all for sticking in here with me. It's been a long episode, but I had to get my boys' input on everything football this season, including the playoffs and the predictions and everything. Before we get out of here though, Juan, you got anything to say to the fans from the Big Apple?
It's not cold enough yet, but click and subscribe.
Yes, sir.
Like and subscribe.
Click. You can click.
Same thing.
All that. Matt, Anything to say to the fans? Hey, the Hot Take Titan is back, baby.
I'm back.
You
I'm
went
back. I didn't have too many hot takes today,
You went safe with the Super
but
Bowl.
yes, I will. What I say to the fans, tell a friend to tell a friend, clip your favorite part of the episode, share it with everybody.
A lot of great stuff. A lot of good stuff. All right, fans. Until next time on the Faithful Fan Show. Da 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 da.
Pain going hard with the venom. Shot so much, man, I think I need a lay. I need a lay in the pain going hard with the venom. I need a lay so much, man, I think I need a lay. Animal, MC Cannibal, rap Hannibal. Here to change the game, mainframe, all y'all programmable. Coaching on tracks, balling like a paper like Phil. I'm Morpheus and real, my rhymes convict and heal. A world blind, my lies a red pill, real. Ball like I've been here, rookie in his prime. Focus like Jordan the second time. Kobe in playoff time, you know fully when I drop. Call for it, Kelly go in the Blizo spit. Auto like free throws by Ito. Turtle loose stroke magic. Rhymes over all y'all like dirt for two. Rookie in the game, insane, coming for you. GGB